Usually we say Memorial Day weekend is the unofficial start of summer. It certainly kicks off a busy grilling season, and that means a busy time for firefighters too. News 4's Katie Alexander has basic advice from the Frontier Volunteer Fire Company.
There's really nothing like firing up the grill to make you feel like summer has arrived. But if you're not careful, your summer could turn sour in a flash.
You could take your eyes off it for a few seconds, and the next thing you know, the grill could be totally involved.
Making sure you're following the instructions on your grilling supplies can make a big difference.
If you don't need lighter fluid and on that type of charcoal, you can actually have a bigger fire and a bigger mess than what you're really supposed to have.
Any grill needs to be at least 10 feet away from your house to be safe. And before you light it up, you have to make sure it's clean and in good working order.
Look over for any rust, look for any parts that may be falling apart.
We saw for ourselves what something as simple as a cracked burner could do.
As you can see, you get an improper flame. So if you put food or something back there, it could actually light the food up.
And forget about ruining your burger. Food and grease can be really flammable, and things can get out of control before you know it.
Yeah, I think people underestimate how fast fire can spread. Every 30 seconds, fire would double in size. And especially with a propane-fed fire, if you really can't safely shut it off, you have fuel adding to the fire every few seconds.
Now, if something awful does happen, obviously having a fire extinguisher on hand would be a big, important tool to have. But if you don't have one, you still have another option with your outdoor grills. There's always the hose. Big thing you want to make sure you're standing back. If you can hold that for me, we'll give it a shot. Stand back, arc it over, aim for the base of the flames just like you would with that fire extinguisher.
That if you're afraid to actually fight the fire like that, call 911 and we'll take care of it for you.
Past Chief Richard Silveroli says this crew responds to a handful of grill fires a summer. They're kept much busier during this season by heat-related issues like heat stroke and dehydration.
Just be safe. Watch yourself. Watch your family and friends. Make sure that they're properly hydrating themselves.
All summer long, no matter what you're doing, safety has to be the priority. In Wheatfield, Katie Alexander, News 4.
Katie is basically a fire expert at this point. She's hanging out with those guys a couple different times with interesting things like that, setting the whole grill on fire, and she's got you covered.
Good tips.